Everything is fine, friends?
Yes, Ravi.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So here what I'm going to do now, Zomato, right? Zomato. So if you want to log in this Zomato, see this. See, continue with email, continue with Google are there or not? Come on.
Yes, Ravi, there.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. So if you want to check, if you want to check what is that car wala, right? Let's check car wale, na? Car wale. Why I'm like telling car wale? Because I'm planning to take again new car, right? So I check this one.
Congratulations in advance.
Hey, no, still not. When I will take, then give, right? So okay. So if you want here, see, check here. What is that? Continue with Google is there or not? Come on,
Yes.
right? Okay. So after then what? After then, if you want to check Netflix is there. Netflix nowadays also famous, na?
Yeah.
Netflix, right? Netflix. Just see in every application what two concept is there, friends, right? Whenever you guys are seeing this kind of windows, right? Means what is that? You are not there. Okay, it will be there. Why it's not giving? It should give sign in password, right? Here it's not giving. Okay, no issue. Here it's not showing that, right? Here it's asking email ID and password itself only. Directly it's asking what is that? Sign up. Let's click on the sign up. Okay, no issue. Here it's not showing that, right? So fine, friends. Okay, so these many things are there. For example, let's Zomato, right? Here is there, na? Zomato car wala. We seen that in the car wala also, right? Car wale,
Yes, Ravi.
car wale. And what is that? Yatra.com. Yatra, in the yatra.com also we seen that, right? We seen that where so without we can't think nowadays what is that without like what, without OAuth concept we can't think about that our application nowadays, guys. Okay, so by seeing that you guys can understand how much important our OAuth security, right?
Yes, Ravi.
Ravi,
Yes, Ravi.
this is a third party or only the first part?
Third party only. Okay, so here I said that na, just I
Yes.
explained, right? What is that third party? What I wrote here,
Yes.
third party services using what is that resource concept. So don't worry, still clearance will come. Now we are there in initial stage, na? I know
Yes.
that the doubt will come, but your doubt will clear after end of the session. So what we are saying now, this application, what we are saying, these applications now, we are saying that clients, na friends, come on.
Yeah.
This application,
This
what
is
we are,
just like client application.
yeah. So these application called what? Called it what? Called it as a client, right?
Yes,
Client application, right? Client application. So in above client application, what is what first what it's allow now, friends? First, what is that? Register, right? Whenever we are clicking that, if we just think about that, this is the registering only, right? Okay, no issue. That form is not coming. I don't know. I'll check it my Facebook. It's login or not. Because of that, it's not able to redirect, right?
So I think it's
So
not plugin.
yeah, so abo application is saying that what these things is saying now, friends. Just what is that? Let's understand this one only, right? First, what we need to do? First, what we need to do? We are clicking on the
Browse.
no here yatra.com, right?
Yes,
Yatra,
open the
no.
application.
Whenever we are opening that yatra.com, here what we are doing now, login means what? Login means what? Registering only, na? Come on. Whenever we are clicking that login button, these things is means what is that? Registering that, yeah, what? Facebook account or what is that? Google account or anything else, right? Come on.
Yes, Ravi.
Yeah. So simple here what? In abo, simple in abo client, right? In abo client, what is that? In abo client application allows us, what is that? Us to register and what is that? Login if you want, right? If you want to use service without what is that? Register and what? Register and login, then what is that? Go for what is that? See, here we are taking that, what is that? Facebook means what is that? This is the Google authentication also there, na? Here, come on.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
Google.
So then go for what? Then go for what? Google or Facebook login, right? Come on. Means what? If you want Google spelling is correct. Google, right? Google. If you want to access these services, right? If you want to access, just what is that? If you want to access these services, right, from the yatra.com, first what you need to do? Register with what is that? Any like services, right? What is that? Services is nothing but what? Google account or what? Google account or Facebook account,
Yes.
right? Then you can able to access without registering. If you want, then what you need to do? You need to register with what is that? Your Google account or Facebook account, right? So
Yes, Ravi.
so just nothing but what is the here? What is that? Resource and what? Authorization server. Resource and what is that? I'm talking about this one only, right? So here what? Resource and authorization server, right? Examples are what? Now friends, if anybody is asking what, what is that? Resource are what? Resource are what? Authorization server examples. Can we give what is that? Facebook, Google, even we can take what is that? Git also, sometime what is the Twitter and LinkedIn also, right? Multiple servers are giving what is that? Validating these services, right? Come on. So here just one example, we took Facebook, right?
Yes, Ravi.
Yeah. So
Yes.
here what? Here resource, resource and authorization server example are Facebook, Google, even sometime we are using GitHub, GitHub also, and sometime tutor also will be there. Tutor spelling is correct. And sometime we will use what we can use LinkedIn. LinkedIn data multiple are there, guys. Okay, etc multiples also is there. So let's understand what is that implementation of what OAuth. So everyone is ready for that, friends?
Yes, Ravi. Yes, Ravi.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So now I'm going to explain what is that high level diagram, friends. This is what is that basics I given. How many concepts component will involve in what in OAuth 2 application or OAuth application, right? These are the component. By seeing that, just this one is look like easy, but don't think about that this one is look like this one is the easy. How just see this token JWT token implementation, right? See boss, in any institution, if you compare with any institution, right, JWT, no one will teach 9 hours, right? I took 9 hours, 6 hours on Sunday and 3 hours in the Friday I took to complete what? To complete our what? JWT token, JWT security, right? 9 hours we learn, friends. Okay, that is the not easiest things. Okay, just think about that. If you are taking the help of any institution also, right? Those institution will take only what? Those institution can explain only 2 or 3
1 or 2 hours, max 2
within
hours.
max 2 hours they will complete what is that JWT, and that
Yes,
JWT is not usable in industry. You guys are learn industrial JWT concept, right?
Yes, Ravi, yes.
Yeah, so that is that is the difference between our content and our subject and our session.
Yes, Ravi.
Yeah, so now let's understand what? Let's understand OAuth OAuth implementation, right? Implementation OAuth implementation. First, what is that? Whenever we are implementing our OAuth application, first what is that? Three things will come, friends. Okay, three things will come.
yes.
First what will come now? First step.
User send the request.
Sorry. First step.
User send the request.
First, yeah,
Go
no. Register
register at client application.
client.
Yes,
Register client with what is that? Client with what is that? Authorization server.
authorization.
Authorization server. Authorization server, right? Second step is what? Second step we will do what is that? End user register. End user register and what? Register and provide data to what? Provide data to what? Authorization. Provide data to what is that? Authorization server, right? Authorization server.
Yes,
Third one, don't worry, just I'll explain these things again with the diagram. The next diagram is too much big diagram, friends. Okay, so now after then what is that? Third step, what we will do it now? Authorized authorization, no, authorization, no, not authorization, we will do no. Okay, authorize. ZATION, right? Authorization process between what? Client Between client and what? Authorization server. Authorization server along with what? Along with end user. Along with what? End user, right? So now people are ready to see first step, friends. Come on, let's first understand first step, how
Yes,
this
sir.
step is happening,
Yes,
right? How this step
Yes.
is happening, right?
Yes, sir.
So okay, fine. Now, so in the first step, right? In the first step, in this case, what is that? In this case, what we are doing now? We have to register client application, right? What is the client application? Here, what is that? Just let's
Yatra.
take yatra.com, right? Come on.
Yes, sir.
With what is that? With where with whom we will register? With whom we will register? With any
Authorization
uh,
server.
yeah, OAuth
Authorization.
server, right? With any what? OAuth server. OAuth server can be Facebook, can be Google, can be anything else, right? Come on. Yeah. So just what is that here? What is that? In this case, in this case, in this case, we have what is that? We have to register. We have to register client application. Client application with what is that? Authorization server. Authorization server with what is that? On success. Success, right? Double C. On success register. On success register, OAuth server, auth server process or provide what is that? Client ID. Client ID and what is that? Secret code. Secret code. It will provide what is that? Secret code. Okay, so here what is that? Facebook. Let's take what is that? Facebook developer. Let's take the what is that? OAuth server as a Facebook developer, right? Developers, right? Developers Facebook. Developers Facebook, right? Developer Facebook create application. Developer facebook.com. Okay, first take this one only, right? This server. Okay, I will use this one, right? I will use this one. Okay, how we can generate the token and all those things. Okay, so we will take it, this we will take the help of this server, right? And this one, whenever we will register, right? Whenever we will register, right? Facebook login, right? Whenever we will register, it will generate what is that? It will generate one client ID and secret code. By taking that secret code and client ID, right? So what process will happen here? What process will happen here now, friends? So here what? Just assume that here what? Here OAuth server is there, right? Here OAuth server is there, or nothing but authorization server is there. Authorization server is nothing but what is that? Developers Facebook. Developers Facebook, right? Facebook is there, right? Developers Facebook. Okay, this is the OAuth server. Then what is that? This book my show application is nothing but this one is the client application, my friends. Come on. Client application,
Yes.
right? Client application. So this is just let's take book my show application. Book my show Okay, this is the book my show application, and here what is that? This one will make the request to whom? To whom? OAuth server, right? OAuth server. This one will make the request to whom? OAuth server. For what purpose? For registration purpose, right? Come on. Register client app, right? Client app. What we are doing now in this process, this client application, we are making the request what? Hey, OAuth server, please register my application, right? Please register my application. And then after registering this, what is that server? What this server will return? What this server will return, friends? To book my show application, it will return what? It will return client ID. Client ID and what? Secret key, right? Secret code. That one will be in the hexadecimal format, right? Come on. People are getting my point.
Yes, Ravi.
So
Yes.
this process will happen in what is that? In registering client with what is that? OAuth server, right? So don't worry, we will do this every step we will do, friends, right? Every step we will do. So but before doing these things, first we need to understand each and everything, what component is happening, what things is happening, right? Those things only we are under. I know that theory is much, right? But what we can do without understanding the theory directly, if we do the practical, we can't understand, right? Come on.
Yes, Ravi. Yes.
Because in JWT, see, in the JWT also initially, see how much theory was there, but based on that theory only we implemented our application or not, and easily we understood each and everything, na?
Yes, Ravi. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now second step is what? Second step, end user register and provide data to authorization server, right? Come on.
Yes, Ravi.
So second step, right? Second step, what will happen now? Second step is what? End user register. End user register and what? Right, and provide data to what? Authorization and what is that? Authorization and a resource server. We can say that resource server. Resource server. Who's the resource server now, friends? Which application is resource server? Sorry.
Facebook.
No, end user, because resource server, who is accessing the resources? End user, right? Client machine.
Yes, Ravi.
Sorry, end user machine, right? Come on.
Yeah.
So, okay. So
Yes.
just what is that? Let's understand like this. So this is the end user, right? This is the end user. End user is making the request, right? End user making the request. Let's joke apart. Let's, our favorite person is what? Sandeep. Okay. Hey, don't take serious, just kidding, right? So okay, so end user is nothing but what? Sandeep. End user, right? End user. So here end user having one machine, right? Machine or laptop only, let's take. Okay, end user having what? One machine. So by taking the help of this machine, end user is making the request to what? End user is making the request to what? Facebook server. Facebook application, right? By taking that after first step completing, friends. Okay, after first step completing, what is that? It's returning what is that? Client ID and secret code, na? Come on. To whom? Book my show application, right? So
Yes, Ravi.
then what is that? End user will register. End user will register and provide the data. Now the next time, what is that? This end user will provide the data, right? So
Yes, Ravi.
in this time, whenever end user will provide the registration, right? When end user want to access next time, right? So second step, what will happen now? Whenever end user will make the request, it will make the request with what is that? Register plus login plus what is that? It will then plus profile plus data, right? Data. These things will provide what is that? End user. You want to you guys want more clarity about this one? Okay, let's understand with the application itself only. So just think about that. This is the application. First step is done. Here I'm talking about this step. Registration step is done. Okay, so next time, okay, this application is making the request. Then first time what it will do? First it will register with the continue email ID, right? Means what is that? The step is saying that what is that? Login only, right? Come on. Then he will check the profile data, right? Okay, no worries about, friends. Okay, no worries about. Next I'm going to include, I'm going to include each and everything, right? Then there you guys will get more clarity about that. Then this Facebook application will return what? Then Facebook application will return what is that? Response, right? So okay, so in this case what happening now, guys? In this case, what's happening now? In this case, just okay, let's understand here itself only. In this case is in this case, what is that? End user has to register with what is that? OAuth server, right? End user is registering these things, right? Our information with OAuth server. In this stage, what is that? End user has what? Has to register with what is that? With OAuth server, and what? Provide details. Like what? Profile, like what kind of profile? Email ID. Email or okay, email or mobile number, and what is that? Username etc. Like this information it will provide. So then by providing these things, right? So every day the end user can access that application, right? Then end user can access that application. Like what? This stage will happen in what? Second stage is what? This one only. And last one is what? Last one is what? Register client with what is that? Authorization process, right? Authorization process between what? Client and authorization server. Okay, in this stage only we will understand each and everything, guys. Okay, everything I'm going to include in this one only. So here what? Third stage what? Third stage authorization process between client and what?
End user.
Authorization server along with end user. Along with what? end user, right? So okay, so now let's understand. Okay, so just what here our Facebook server is there, guys. Okay, here what our Facebook server is there. Okay, Facebook server. Facebook server. Facebook server is there, right? In this Facebook server, what is that? In this Facebook server, first what? Authorization server is there. Authorization server. Authorization server is there. After then what? End user data will be there, right? End user data will be there. That is called what? Resource server. End user data, right? End user data. This one is called, what is that? Resource. This one is called what? Resource server, right? So here what is that? Our end user is nothing but client machine, right? Here what is that? Client machine is making the request. Here client machine is making the request. Okay, so now in this time our client is what? Pushpendra.
Yes.
Okay, so end user, right? Here in this time, what is that? This is the end user. This is end user, right? So end user want to access these resources, right? End user want to access these resources. First, what is that? First, what is that? It will, but no, sorry, it's my mistake. First, what is that? End user want to access, what is that? Let's take Book My Show application, right? Book My Show application. So Book My Show application, right? Book
Yes.
My Show application. This application is called what, friends? Client application, na? Come on.
Yes.
Yes, Ravi.
Client application, right? This one is called what? Client application. Okay, so first what is that? First, what is that? First, whenever end user want to make the request, first what it can first it will make the request, right? To what? Book My Show application. First one, this one will make the request to what? Client machine. Okay, let's see like this. Book My Show. Okay, I made the request to what? Book My Show application, right? Whenever we are making the request, right? After making that request, I want to access this one, right? Come on.
Yes.
So
Yes, Ravi.
by taking that, after then what is that? Here it's saying that continue with the Gmail, continue with the email ID. Okay, Facebook also will be there. But why the Facebook? I think my Facebook is not logged in, right? So that's why it's not showing. Otherwise, this one here, Facebook also can give. Okay, why I'm taking every time? Because everyone is in a whole day, right? Minimum 2 to 3 times people are using Facebook, right? So that's why I'm giving the Facebook examples every time. Facebook OAuth server I'm taking, friends. Okay, so
Yes.
now whenever end user is making the request, right? Whenever end user making the request, right? With what is that? With Facebook or OAuth, right? With what is that? Facebook OAuth, right? So what will happen? What's happening now here? It will return the response again, right? It will ask again to end user. See what we are doing now here, we are making the request, right? So whenever we are clicking the sign button, we are getting this page now.
Yes.
Means
Yes.
what?
Yes, Ravi.
What it's asking? It's asking for the
Yes,
grant.
Ravi.
It's asking for the permission. Na? Permission is nothing but what is that grant? It's asking for the grant. Na?
Grant.
Hmm? Come on, yeah. Please give the
Yes.
response. So here, what is that? Again,
Yes, it will give the grant.
again,
Yes.
again, Book My Show application is asking the grant permission, right?
Ravi, your voice is breaking sometimes, Ravi.
My voice is breaking. Huh?
Yeah, sometimes little break.
No, sometimes, yes.
It is okay.
But it's
Okay,
Okay.
okay. So Book My Show application, right? Whenever it's making the request, it's asking the what is that multiple grant permission is asking, right? So what is that? What is that? It's asking what is that? Asking grant, right?
authorization for grant.
Grant, right? It's asking grant again. Means what is that? Whenever,
Grant.
yeah, grant means permission. It's asking the permission, right? So after end user, right?
Yeah.
So here what is that? Here what is that? Whenever we are giving the grant, right? Let's see. Let's in this time give continue with the Google.
Ravi, your voice is breaking.
Again,
Ravi, voice is breaking.
Voice is breaking too frequently.
okay, 1 minute. I'll change the network, friends, right?
Ravi.
Yeah.
It's okay. Okay for me.
1 minute. I'll change the network, friends. Okay, just give me minute, some minute time.
Okay, sure, please.
And now everything is fine, friend. It's still breaking.
No, Ravi, I think
Ravi,
it's
it's fine.
No,
It's
it is
fine.
good.
Fine.
Yes,
Okay.
it
Ravi,
is
it's
fine.
fine.
Okay, so here what is that? We can select anyone, right? So here what anything means what? I'm selecting what is that? Continue with Google. So here what is
Yes.
that? If I select any email ID means I'm giving the granting or not.
Yes.
Once after
Yes.
getting this what? After getting this what? It will return again. It will what is that? Give it will provide the grant, right? Again, end user will provide the grant. After providing that grant, here what? Here provide grant. Provide grant, right? After providing the grant, what will happen now? After providing the grant, what will happen now? Then our Book My Show application will make the request to what? Authorization server. Then our application our Book My Show application will make the request to whom? Authorization server with what? With what? Client ID. Client ID secret with secret plus user grant, user grant, right? After taking these things, right, then what will happen now? This OAuth server, right? This OAuth server will return what? This OAuth server will return this OAuth server.